going on, guys? David, back here again with another video. I'm here to review the TSM series where they played against Echo Fox in the quarterfinal matchup. Um, so yeah, let's just jump right into it. So again, I wanted to look at some stats just to see how the four-game series did go. Spoiler alert: TSM won 3-1. um, yeah, but something I was looking at was the goal difference at 15. Um, which seems to be they're usually up about 1,000 gold at 15 minutes, which is not really surprising if you watch the series. Um, After game one, TSM really seemed to be in control like the early game. Acadian was really, into the rec side, and that was good for them because he was able to get a lot of ganks mid and put mid prio up, and then was able to look around bot lane. Didn't really gank too much bot lane, but was able to get pressure around there, forcing them back, and then able to get them some control of some other like Drakes, Elders, Barons, stuff like that, turret. So 40 first blood rate was at 75%, which is not really too surprising. 3 out of the 4 games they were able to get first blood. I think it was only till game 4 that Fox was able to get first blood. Um, Rift Herald control is kind of surprising, but it happens. Drake control, about 50%, 50-50 is kind of how it is. Elder Drake control, 100%. First Baron rate of 75, that's not something I'm too surprised by. Baron control in general, 71%. Again, except for game one, they pretty much snowballed every game, was able to get a lead and go into it like that. And let's jump over to the player stats. First thing I want to look at, Sven has the highest KDA on this team at 21.5. He's a huge part of them. He has shown it since pretty much last season, but got a ton of hate just because they weren't winning. Not necessarily his fault, but it happens. Bjergsen, another guy able to carry. Played a lot of Lissandra, which is fine, but that last game Zoe, he was really able to pop off. Surprisingly smoothie up here, but again, he's one of those guys, one of those supports that really plays engage heavy, as you'll see in the series. He does engage pretty well. Broken Blade down here at a 5, he's oftentimes split pushing, so not too surprising. Acadian jungler usually got to go first, or time second to follow up the initial engage. So, good thing to see though is kill participation is pretty high across the board. At a pro level, you like seeing that. So, support is obviously highest, then your mid laner, jungler, ADC, top laner. Surprisingly, he's at 62, even though he split pushes a lot. So, um, first blood rate, but the thing I wanted to look at was the gold difference at 10 and see where this 1,000 gold lead apparently comes from. Even though this is at the other stat was at 15, this is at 10, so kind of not the same, but it seems to be a lot from Bjergsen and Acadian. Surprisingly, Broken Blade was down a lot that series, which you didn't really think when you watch the game, but it happens. Yeah, gold share, like I said, surprisingly, even though he's down early, he always makes up for it with like getting like a lot of turrets because he split pushes. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to look at here. We can jump into game one, and then a lot of people were wondering like, what was the issue game one with Acadian? Like, why wasn't he doing too well? Well, what I want to point out here on the minimap is this. So you see him here. Um, Ezreal is down here. Galio's right there. You know. So obviously not leashing. He starts at the blue buff. And then as I'll play it here, he decides to then go to red, just a little spoiler alert, and then uh, golems. But the thing about this entire play is that he smites already. Big thing that will be the reason why he gets down early, because he won't be able to contest the Kindred, who's tries to go red into golems here. So then he goes blue to red, to blue red golems, and then you'll pretty much see him pretty much get double scuttled. Just fast forward a bit. You see, he's really low. He can't do anything about this because he's smited already, so he has to back early. This is a big reason why TSM did not snowball like every other game, because he has a smite at his first camp because he's not getting leashed. As you saw there, they weren't doing anything. So I don't know why they didn't leash him. As you see, he's forced to back. Kindred takes already. Um, I believe that's first mark there. Yeah, no. So because he's low, he gives up first mark to the scuttle. So it's kind of not a good thing. But yeah, let's look ahead. Pretty far ahead, but let's go ahead to the next play I want to review. I do have timestamps this time, so I don't be skipping around. So this was a fight they were doing over the Ocean Drake, and I think TSM had the right idea of what to do here. It's just the execution wasn't fully there. Mainly because right here Smoothie is by himself. He's pretty far away from the team. As you'll see, Russian Solo will walk up right here, and then he'll taunt them and then get onto Rush. That's a great idea. It's a great thing to get the jungler away from the objective and give your jungler the best percentage of getting the objective without having to do a smite fight. Great idea, right? Problem is, like I said, he's so far away from everybody else. I don't know if it's a lack of communication, if the team just backed up for no reason, but someone needs to be there with him. Yeah, Bjergsen's kind of there, but he might throw a bomb, maybe two max. I think he used W already, so he probably doesn't have that for a bit. So he throws a Q. My main man here is left on the island by himself, Smoothie, and it just doesn't. He ends up dying. Also, big thing right there. Let's back it up. Big thing is after they pretty much re-engage onto him, Acadian gets so Hako's ulting, Acadian's about to do his EQ combo and gets knocked up by this. So he can't get onto Rush. Even if he did, he has the ult. But I'm just saying, this is a big thing because he gets CC'd, he gets focused on, and then he doesn't die yet. He stopwatches, Galio ults. Solo here is able to pretty much get 3 members of TSM to back up because he just ulted and this man's about to do the deeps to them if they do walk up. Galio ults, he gets pulled back by the chains, he goes in, gets him really low, Cadian dies, and yeah, surprisingly, Smoothie didn't die, but as you just saw, uh, uh, Broken Blade gets slept by Zoe, and then Q, and then yeah, that's pretty much what happens here. Zoe does continue to chase. Um, but yeah, that fight was just the right idea, just executed not so well. As he gets his flash, and I believe that's the end of it. So let's jump ahead to the other play I want to show. Got 2 more in this game. Trying to go through these pretty fast and not make it too long of a video. But if it does, it is what it is. Yeah, so right here's a great play by TSM. They show this throughout the series that they're able to, when they recognize that you're out of position and they have a chance to catch you out, they will, right? Yeah. So let's back it up. So this play's happening right after Echo Fox just took the second Baron. So following up on this play, they're looking to obviously get the Infernal. Pretty much they'll secure all 5 Drakes, and this game will pretty much be um, done for. The thing is, TSM is able to get a great pick here onto Rush. Acadian is able to find him. Almost kills him before he can get ult, but gets ult at the last possible second, and then he steps out. I don't know why Rush did this. When I watched it live, I was quite astonished by this play. My main man walking out of the one area he could survive in. I guess he was that concerned about the Galio ult and thought he can get out earlier. I don't think it's a smart play, but that's what he thinks. That happens. Solo here decides to come on in to try to do something. Um, yeah, so Smoothie ults. I just want to see what Smoothie did. Did he flash? No. So he taunts them. Broken Blade comes in, and Broken Blade pretty much cleans up this fight. They go onto Apollo here, kill Apollo. Solo over here is trying to get onto the backline. Kind of not a bad idea, but not like the smartest idea. Let's back it up a little bit. Because you know it's Zillion. Like Zillion probably has ult. Zillion's probably gonna keep one of them alive. So whichever one you focus on, that guy's gonna stay alive. I understand the play, but it feels like they're so disconnected from the team that he's just trying to go on his own mission to try to do something. But as you can see, Broken Blade able to pick up Apollo and Hakua. Solo does pick up Galio. In the end, it doesn't really matter. Nope, Ezreal gets that kill. Broken Blade does a nice flash over the wall to keep up with the Zoe, and then Ezreal's able to get a double kill. They do end up getting the Drake. Let's go ahead to the. So as you can see, this game's pretty close. Like by no means did TSM not have a chance in this game, and this game was over. This game was so close, and this upcoming play was probably the biggest thing. Well, it was because this pretty much ended the game. But this was like the the dumbest thing they could have done, and I really don't understand. So pretty much here they're just fighting over positioning, some vision control over the Baron, because as you can see, it's alive. Also Elder. So you got to decide, and it seems like both teams have decided that Baron is more valuable in this case. So as they're posturing around, Acadian has this bright idea. Watch this man right here. Gets a glimpse. What? So first of all, Solo goes over the wall onto the Sven. Sven ease away. Fine, right? Everything's cool. We're all chilling. We're all fine. Until this next second where Acadian's like, guys, I got a great idea. I'm going to go onto this Zoe, and I'm not going to get blown up. Granted, he has no vision, so he doesn't know. It looks like it looks like they're pinging for support over here, but then no. Acadian goes in, ults, gets blown up. Solo comes here, pretty much pushes Sven off the fight. These guys are here by themselves, too far away. I think Galio does flash in. I think Broken Blade jumps in, but pretty much he gets soloed off, can't really do anything, and so does Bjergsen. Can't do much here. I don't get really that play. Yeah, he dies. Katie ends up dying. Broken Blade here. Not doesn't end up killing anybody. Gets his GA popped. Galio almost gets a kill there, but doesn't. Varus gets Galio. Solo got both of those guys over here. Apollo does die Jax, but in the end it doesn't really matter. He just gets pretty much CC'd and then has stopwatch, dies, and then Bjergsen dies. So overall, we can watch him die. And then I just want to play it out because I just want to say overall this game was a really bad early game. Acadian didn't do much. He tried to force a lot of things top. I didn't have time to really show you, but you can watch the game and you see he tries to force things top and tries to play towards top and help him. Doesn't really work. Kindred just got marks, and that's pretty much just what she needs to do in order to win the game. Gave up 3 really early. I think it was around like 8 or 9 minutes she had 3. So Rush had 3 marks by that time, not good. And then another part of this team comp that transition over to the next game is that I don't think Zillion really fit this comp. It was kind of like a random pick. I feel like you needed like more damage or more engage. I don't remember what the draft was, but I just don't feel like Zillion was the play here. I think, as the caster said in the game, I think they were scared to give over Kindred Zillion because of what C9 was able to do, but I just don't get it. But yeah, let's hop into game 2. So right off the bat, Acadian's having a way better early game. He's able to, not get his camps taken away and is able to, be relevant in this game. Mainly, well, not mainly, but this mid play really helps things out. As you see, they're looking to go in. I think he just pushed Jarvan away. I think he was like invading and then got him to go over the wall, I believe. And then they're looking to engage here. So she ease in, ults, he cleanses it. The biggest problem here I have is I think he flashes. Nope, never mind. So yeah, the part. Sorry, I was thinking of another play later on, but either way. So Bjergsen flashes in here, and I really don't get it because he flashes, knocks him up, and I believe he flashed W's, so he's not going to be stunned because he's airborne. So either way, I guess it's just for the damage. But yeah, and then he ends up flashing right there. I don't know what you really think's gonna happen. Um, but yeah, he just ends up getting the kill. Lissandra gets first blood. And yeah, this game is really good by Acadian. Really good early game. And starts it off with an early kill against Corky. Let's move it on just a little bit further. Back it up a bit right here. Um, this was a good it was good like control over TSM to get this, and in the end was able to secure, but we'll see what happens. As you see, from compared to last game, it's already better because first of all, teammates are nearby. Third of all, they lock down this guy and make sure he's not going anywhere, right? Because you have ult and then you stun him again, right? So this man's not going anywhere, and yeah, so pretty much he gets stunned. Galio flash W's, knocks him up again, kills him. Jinx ults here, Braum ults, but Braum doesn't hit anything. Jinx ult just hits Lissandra for not much. Um, yeah, really lucky Acadian didn't go down here, and this was a really good play. Let's back it up just so I can show you. So Sven then pulls Smoothie in with his ult, and then he's able to knock up the Braum. That's really good because she gets all these spears in him and is able to right there take him down. So that was a really good play by Sven, able to understand the champ and understand the abilities and how much damage. I think he was going Q max here, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think he went Q max there, so his Q really did a lot of damage, and he knew Ren he could Ren and then do it as the damage is coming out. So understanding the champion is a really good thing. Let's move on to one last play I have in this game, just because I have a lot to get through. And so let's keep going. It's quite, we're skipping over a lot, but 33, 50, 52 is fine. So as you can see, TSM's on the Baron. They have Cloud Drakes, two Cloud Drakes, two Ocean Drakes, and they're looking to secure the Baron to pretty much end the game. So earlier they were on the Baron. Smithy had a really good pick. I believe he was in this bush or this bush. I don't remember. Um, Team pretty much peeled off, got onto the targets, and then they backed, and now they're back on it pretty much. Pretty much what they're doing. And then they push out some lanes, and now here we are. Um, as you can see, Smoothie and Bjergsen are in the bush. They do ton Hakuo. Bramall doesn't hit anything. Bjergsen here with Corky. Galio here does get blown up pretty fast. I think Cho'Gath feasts him. It's not really smart because you're on the Baron, but who am I? Let's watch that again. Rush, for some reason, has the obligation that he thinks this is low enough. I don't think he has vision onto it, but he's scared that it is, so he wants to go in and potentially smite it, I assume. Assuming that it's low, he doesn't really know. So he goes in, dives there to Callista. I don't think it's the smartest play, but I can understand if he thinks it's low. And yeah, he does smite. I don't know if he smited this or one of them, but either way, I assume he does have smite. Acadian just gets blown up there by Jinx with her rockets. This fight gets really close because, as you can see, Galio and then Acadian dies, and this makes it a 4v3. And you might think, how does TSM pull this around? Well, it's between the back of these two guys, letting this guy pretty much do all the work. He ults right here, so he has his Hemoplay going down, W's, and pretty much just deletes Apollo. I'm sorry. That damage is dummy stupid from Vlad. Let's watch that again. Look, he Hemoplagues W's, right? Hemoplagues W's, Q's, dead. Later, bye-bye. Like, holy moly. And then Phoenix dies. Bjergsen just pretty much pills these guys off. They flash away. Is able to get both of them, as you'll see, right? Yes, sir. Is able to get both. They get back on the Baron. So overall, this game, TSM played really well. I can just play this. Played really well early game. Just able to snowball. J4 didn't do a lot this game, and that was a big problem for them. You can obviously see after game one that jungle in this series is going to be a big deal, and J4 was just down a lot of it. Good shot calling from the team overall. Was able to engage and call when to re-engage or disengage. Just overall great shot calling from this team, which is a great overall theme. Um, Cadian played really well, able to snowball the game. So let's get into game three. Uh, so we're gonna start off right here. This is another great example of Acadian back on to the Rek'Sai with Lysandra mid. So they, again, this seems awfully familiar, doesn't it, Phoenix? Ian forward, a Rek'Sai coming out. Big problem I think he does here is he flashes way too early because this, I understand why you would do it. Oh, I don't want to get stunned by the Lysandra and pretty much give up my life. But I think you take that stun. Wait, yeah, I think you take that here, and then I think you walk down, and he probably is gonna flat. He's probably gonna flash, knock you up, and then you flash away from that as soon as you see him do that. So you're avoiding a lot of that damage, but when flashing early, it just causes a lot more issues later on because you can't do anything because he doesn't have anything. He has TP, so great pull here. Was almost able to take down Acadian, but just too much damage coming from the Conquer early on. He just procs it so fast, Rek'Sai. And yeah, it's an early kill. Uh, we're gonna jump way ahead in this game just because not too much happened that was pretty significant, but I just wanted to point out these main points in the game. Um, Here we are. So this was the play I was thinking of earlier. I think it was game two or game one. I don't remember. I think it was game one actually. So yeah, as you can see, TSM right here is trying to chase down these guys. Big thing is though that you need to see is that Rierkson's in base and he's gonna TP, I believe, right here, and this gives him an easy access way to cut them off, right? Because they're gonna be coming. Let me clear that just because it's not a lot. So these guys are gonna be coming down here, and he's gonna be able to come here and cut them off. And also these two guys are gonna be able to come in and obviously make an impact. But I think since Hecarim has the right of way, he can easily come up and help with Bjergsen TPing in right here. So let's see. So I don't think they ever ping it, but they group up. So so right here, both these guys are just walked up and they're just spacing. But Bjergsen right here is gonna make a big play. I believe he E flash W. Nope, just flash R onto the Kog'Maw. Immediately cleanses and flashes, and I think the flash right there is really gonna be the detriment because Broken Blade's right here and is just able to re-engage right onto him, as you see, and then it pushes him back. Galio also just really big. Um, then Lysandra E's after the flash, and then roots all these guys. I wonder how he's airborne right there. But either way, Rek'Sai ulted. I want to say when he was over here or getting pushed back, and the Rek'Sai picks up that kill. Galio knocks up all these people right here, which is pretty big. Acadian, Smithy, Broken Blade, Sven. So this is Bjergsen getting knocked up right here. But he just Zonias, and then he gets he has ult, but then he's down. Bjergsen does end up dying to Phoenix right here, but Sven is able to pick up solo, I believe. Yep, and then Rush does get out. Galio get. Oh nope, forgot about Sven. Sven will be there to pretty much secure the kill. Broken Blade gets from Galio, gets onto Phoenix. Just a great overall team play. Just watch it again, just like in full motion. As you can see, him being there is just really bad, and then this Galio, it's really huge. Bjergsen have a stopwatch. It's also pretty big for him to stay alive as long as he had. Forces Phoenix's flash, and then he ults. Um, yeah, I just think it was just TSM catching them out on rotation really well and able to capitalize on it. So yeah, let's jump ahead to 33 minutes. Okay, so right here, as you can see, they have Baron buff. They're pushing down bot lane. They're doing their little 1-1-3. Um, and right there, as you can see, they were hiding in the bush. Jervin EQs in. Just so you know, Broken Blade is CP. Bjergsen doesn't. That would be a big thing that happens. Um, Sven E's and was able to dodge this. I think he was out of range anyway. But yeah, Baram comes in, Q's. As you can see, both Aatrox and Hecarim, or Broken Blade and Solo, are TPing in right here. Rek'Sai is able to knock up the Braum. Immediately after TPing, he has to ult to get away from these two guys, but it doesn't really matter because he gets blown up anyway. Gets rushed pretty low. Hakuo ends up dying to this W from Sven. Lissandra being here is honestly really good, even though you would like her to be there earlier. Is it's alright. But the thing about that Hecarim TP is I feel like why can't you have TP'd here? TP on one of the Rek'Sai's like little burrow things, Like why right there? Either way. He tries to re-engage. I just feel like Rush sometimes makes really bad play calls. I don't know if it's like he's calling it and then no one's saying no to him, but his engages are not the greatest. As you can see, just gets absolutely destroyed when he goes in. These guys try to, I guess, re-engage onto that. Galio ults. Bjergsen's able to stun Kog'Maw. Sven goes in on him, kills him. Phoenix has stopwatch. Solo has ult. Phoenix ults, just ends up dying though. And they do end up getting this and end up winning game 3. So once again, a solid early game. Ended up TSM snowballing the game. Um, Great objective control and decision making overall. Just TSM in a nutshell right there. I'm really sorry I can't show you more. It's just I don't want to make the video another hour long episode. So jump ahead to game 4. But I think game 4 there's a lot more to show. So yeah, I want to highlight the jungle pathing again. So just so you know, as you see, that's terrible. Let's do one of these. As you can see right here, he's pretty much doing his own red and he's soloing it, right? Which is fine. No issue there. My issue is what he does after. He decides to go to Scuttle, and he goes back to Golems, goes from there to enemy blue, and then Raptors. You might think, hey, what's the problem with that? Well, I'll show you because it's a pretty big problem. Let's just play it. I don't want to do too much drawing. But as you see, Rush is able to invade and take down his blue, right? Takes his Gromp. Not only takes Gromp, then he goes to Scuttle. Then he goes to Wolves. Then he goes over to his blue, where he sees Rek'Sai there, right? You know how he took how I'm saying he took all of his camps. Yeah, Rek'Sai is only able to take the blue, and then Rush has pretty much his entire bot to farm, and he has 2 of his 3 camps top to farm. Like, it's just not like if you're gonna do. Thank you. If you're gonna do this, might as well just come in here, cause you know for damn sure on this ward you saw him here, but you did see him leave. But it's not like he's immediately gonna run all the way over here to get his blue and get double blue buffs. If anything, let's clear that. If anything, he's gonna go here. He's gonna go here to here to here, and he might come back over here, right? Maybe. Or you can predict this entire thing and know, hey, he's on here. He's gonna go to my Krug. Then he might take also my wolves, and then might go back to his scuttle and go back to his bot camps. Yeah, you might. These are all possibilities you're thinking in your head. This because Acadian's probably played thousands of games on jungle. He knows what to do. But this pathing just seems so weird that you would go here to here to here and then invade. Why not just go red, scuttle, invade? You're right there already. It just doesn't make sense to me and really bothers me that he ends up doing that. Oh my god. Hello. There we go. But yeah, let's just jump ahead a little little bit. 17 minutes. Right here. Oh shit. um, yeah. So as you can see, Sven has to go over the wall because they started to roam up, right? Because they see these guys roaming up and want to respond to it and not just leave mid out to dry and potentially collapse on them and get kills, right? Makes sense. Sven goes over the wall right here, and really smart play he does is he knows that these guys have priority over. I don't know if you can see these people over here in mid, but he knows they have priority. So he decides to take this blast cone back over the wall and engage onto them. Waits that key moment where he waits a second and then takes it is huge because he wants to wait to where his team's close enough to help him. And it's big. Maybe he could have waited another second, but that second waiting was pretty big. He does get engaged on here by Rakan. He gets ulti W'd, but Smoothie does flash knock up the Xayah right here. Um, Rek'Sai does ult, and eventually flashes, picks up the kill. Lucian able to help right there. Aqua does get away, but okay, that was huge. He missed his EQ combo onto Sven. Potentially could have killed him, but also if he does land that, Smoothie probably uh, it's probably headbutt knocks him up. And yeah, Cadian does get out. Big thing right here is that Zoe on top of your screen over here you can't really see, but over here is able to hit hit a trouble bubble onto Syndra. Not much, just knocks back rush to make sure nothing else happens. But yeah, that was just a really smart play I wanted to point out where Sven was able to recognize the situation and be able to pick off the enemy bot lane that's trying to roam up. Jump a little farther ahead, about right here. TSM throughout this entire thing has really good objective control. As I showed in the stats before, they dominate the objectives when they're doing well. Like most teams, obviously, but they have a really good sense of what to do. So right here, obviously fighting with the Infernal, Zoe has a really big part to do in zoning. That wasn't able to do it there. Does the land of trouble onto Syndra. As you see Solo, let's just back it up. As you can see Solo on the bottom of your screen, was trying to find an angle up, probably on Acadian, but oh that sucks. I didn't realize that until now. Jarvan actually blocked him from being able to get on Sven, but it doesn't really matter because they get onto Acadian. Acadian does ult and then flash away, but Solo does follow and kill him. But let's focus on another perspective here. After this, watch Broken Blade. Uh, there's a lot going on right there. Actually, let me break it down even more. So, right here. Smoothie goes in, heads up, pulverizes them pretty much, goes in and knocks them up. Hakuo right here, does he flash? Yeah, he flashes our knock up, but only onto the Alistar because he ult flashes, yeah. So he doesn't really get much out of that, right? Then he catches him out, Broken Blade ults him, fears him back into the team, and then doesn't die, but as you'll see right here, Bjergsen able to get him and Apollo, J4, if you want to watch this. J4 is able, or Rush is able to smite this away, gets it down low enough, right into his range, and then smites it. Doesn't mean much because he ends up dying, and so does Syndra right there. Solo being the only one that was able to get out. And I believe this gives them enough control to take this turret. Nothing really happens here. So let's jump farther ahead to win. TSM pretty much won the game. So this is when after they just got Baron and Elder, I believe. So as you can see right here already, Sven is already seems to be by himself. Zoe's a little bit ahead, a little bit up here. Hecarim over here. Does have TP though. Rek'Sai mid. I don't know what exactly. Maybe he's trying to move the wave faster. I don't really know what All-Star was doing or Smoothie. But as you can see, flash, and they just get onto him, right? Doesn't get knocked up surprisingly by Jarvan, but does get knocked up by Rakan. Rakan right here makes a really bad mistake. For some reason, flashes to charm Zoe when no one is remotely close. So I don't know what Hako was really thinking there. Luckily, Smithy was there to headbutt Pulverize and just delete him. Um, Big trouble bubble hit right here onto solo. This pretty much secures the win for them because it would have been a 4v4, making it a 4v3. Rek'Sai comes in. Oh, that's a lot of damage from Syndra. Pretty much ends up winning TSM, the game, and the series. Overall, this game was really close. Smoothie, really good on All-Star. There was a play in this game that I wasn't able to show you, but he headbutts Solo in, or Akali, and then Flash knocks him up over here into the Baron pit, and they pretty much wipe, or almost pretty much wipe the team, but able to secure Baron off that play pretty much. Yeah. Then it, a big thing was also that TSM was able to win fights that they had a man disadvantage at the beginning. Like right there, they were able to win that team fight. And it's really crazy because I showed you a couple of examples now about how they're able to turn things even though they don't seem like it's in their favor. Like that Baron fight I showed you, I think it was game 3 or game 2, where it was Vlad, Liss, and Callista, and it was a 4v3, and they're just able to turn around because they know they have the damage, they know they can engage, they know what they're able to do, and execute and win fights. TSM is a scary team to look out for in tomorrow's game against C9. This might be actually today's game, depending on when it's uploaded. But TSM is honestly a big favorite, and the casters really emphasized that because they showed they were able to beat TL. And a big reason why is because they're able to snowball the game early. Well, that's both points I wanted to say. They're able to get an early game lead, snowball it, and then just they know how to play with a lead. Game 1, they showed you they really don't know what to do. Well, they do know what to do, but I, the thing is when things are on a knife's edge and you have a guy who's new to playoffs and not used to it and not used to the high pressure situations like Acadian was, he makes a dumb engage like that. So uh, things don't necessarily go as what you want it to when you have people who are nervous. It seemed like Acadian got over that pretty fast in the next 3 games, but yeah. Um, if they're down though, I'm quite concerned. If the game's not close and if TSM's not winning, I'm quite concerned how TSM will do. We can watch how they win the game. But yeah, a big thing. Sorry, a big thing was TSM needs to not focus topside, get a counter matchup. All right, I don't know what to show you because I don't really want to watch that. But TSM needs to get a counter matchup top and not worry about ganking that lane. You want to save if you can. You want to save your last pick every time for top lane. Because Licorice is going to be playing some crazy stuff as well, and you want BB to have the best, or Broken Blade, able to have the best matchup where you can put them on an island and let them split push. That's what they do. That's what they're known for. That's what they want to do. Don't change the formula that wins you games. Play around mid. Get pressure bot. Rotate bot top. Get objective control and win the game. It's going to be a lot tougher than Echo Fox. C9's a tough team, but they play for team fights. They don't play for early game. So if you're able to snowball early game and get them behind, they won't be able to team fight like C9 wants to, and you TSM will be able to win that series. TSM does a lot of things well, and this series showed that. Even when games were close, that game 1, that last fight, imagine if they don't fight there. Imagine if they battle around Baron. Who do you give the edge to? Obviously TSM. This is what I'm saying. I wanted to review these games to show people TSM is not a team to mess around with. TSM is a serious team that will destroy you if given the chance. If you don't match their early game, you're done for. Easily shown in the last 3 games. You're done. Dusted later. It's going to be a lot on Svenskeren to be able to do early games well in order to get them to the team fighting stage that they want to. If not, TSM will go in their 1-3-1 or their 1-4-0 or whatever they like to do. They like to send one guy top or one guy bot and let their ADC support and just push. honestly, I favor TSM to win almost the entire thing. I don't think. I think the closest game will be against C9. I think if they beat C9, they will be able to beat TL. They've shown it before. They match up great against TL, and they will be able to beat them if given the chance. No joke. Their style of game beats TL's. TSM's not a team to mess around with. Watch out for them against the C9 series. If they win, watch out against the finals. Probably playing against TL. I have them winning it all personally. TSM TSM is definitely the team to beat right now. Definitely the team that you, as if you're an NA fan, you definitely want to see this team go to MSI and play because it will give NA the best chance to win. So once again, TSM not a team to mess around with. Team that will destroy you if given the chance. Guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you do, please share the link, drop a like. Let me know what I can improve on. Always things I'm looking to improve on. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys all next time.